with the waist over. Blow out and take over. I'm the truth. Give you proof at your video shoot. Pull them on you.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody, to the final game of this year's badminton tournament. It's April Fool's Day.
Oh,
April Fool's Day.
I thought I was in the wrong building, Ernie.
Me too.
I was like, what the heck is going on
Hey,
here?
what game is this, is what I was saying. Anyway, it's 2K Sports, and it's the NBA. And we've got the world's biggest joker, Shaquille O'Neal, and one of the most clever ones, Kenny the Jet Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark.
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Battling the Western Conference, the Sacramento crowd hoping to watch their Kings come out on top. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Lakers. Green is out there with Red Hot. Then there's Bryant. Then there's Speedy. And it's Fisher in at center. Now here's Bosh. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
You know, we saw Chris Bosh really ramp it up with the three ball last season. I mean, we frequently see vets do that. LaMarcus Aldridge is a recent example. Extending your range is a great way to keep playing at a high level, especially as you enter your 30s.
There's a minute left to play in the first. Payton outside. Bosh, the screen. The pass to Flash. Some solid defense from Kobe.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Green dishes to Kobe. Clock at 6. The three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Payton passes to Flash. Back to Payton. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ryan against Payton to the left side wing. Here's Speedy. Shoots from 12. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers ahead, up by 5. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help Greg but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Speedy out there with Bryant. Then there's Red Hot. Then it's Fisher. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. And here is Los Angeles now. after the miss from Gary Payton. Now here's Bryant. Defense right on him. Faded away to create the space. Bryant's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Lakers. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Good. Bosh has got his second bucket of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Green. Plays it up and banks it in. Green's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Flash. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his third assist on the night.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here's Flash. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Lakers lead by 5.
Well, Chris, in looking at the first half so far, what's the key to how you guys will approach the second half?
Well, I mean, we can do a lot better. We know that, but, you know, there's some adjustments we're going to have to make. We just have to stay with it, and hopefully we'll turn that corner soon.
We'll look forward to seeing those adjustments. Chris, thanks for the time. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the... And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just a...
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We've got Flash. Chris Bosh is out there with Dines. Then there's the captain, and it's Payton in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Chris Bosh. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
And he gets the bucket. Griffin's got his first 2 points.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Let out the pass to Speedy. There's the pick. Here's Fisher. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Payton drives in. Bosh. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Bosh has got 4 points in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Ryan passes to Speedy. And Fisher kicks to Green. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
.29 seconds left to play here in the third. Bosh, the screen. Here's Dennis. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. The captain's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Shot's good by Kobe.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Payton. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Lakers on top. They lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against the Washington Wizards. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Green. Bryant is out there with Speedy. Then there's Red Hot. And it's Fisher in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Payton outside. Outside Bosh. The 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 8th assist in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. With the game hanging in the balance, he tried to give his players some added motivation, saying, quote, "This is the time, guys. Right now. Be in this moment. Do your job, and we'll get the win." Back to you.
Green dishes to Fisher. Over Bosh. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And that's now 6 points for the bodyguard.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best dance crew, your Sacramento Kings dance team. Let's hear a red-rated blue welcome for your team, USA!
And here are the Kings now. It's a 3-point game. Payton kicks to Bosh. Payton passes to Bosh. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Up and in on the layup. Bosh has got 5 points now this quarter.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Let out the pass to Green. 55 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside Bryant. Passes to Red. Shoots from 12. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Flash passes to Payton. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the dish to Bosh. Pass to Dennis to tie it up. Misses the tray. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best dance crew, your Sacramento Kings
passes to Speedy, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Speedy.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court America's best teams crew, your Sacramento Kings dance team.
Here's Dennis. Off target with that shot. And so Los Angeles takes the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. What are your thoughts, Kevin?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.